Hey guys, you won't believe the news article I just read on my phone is a special report analyzing how social media is drastically shifting students' behavior and academic learning nowadays.
Oh, really? What's the latest update? Did the news mention more bad things or good things?
It covers both. Let's look at the student behavior first. On the positive side, the news highlighted that social media helps in discovering global micro communities. Students who feel isolated on campus can easily find peer support groups online for specific hobbies or mental health awareness, making them feel less alone.
Oh, that's right. The news also states that it promotes financial independence and entrepreneurship among students. Many are used to start small online business or do content creation on Instagram or and TikTok, which teach them mature money management and real work responsibility.
Yes, but on the flip side, the news anchor brought up a scary behavioral point about validation addiction and low self-esteem. Students are now basing their self-worth entirely on the number of likes, views, and comments they get, leading to severe body dysmorphia and social anxiety.
I totally see that happening. And the report also linked into the normalization of impulsive behavior and short temper because social media algorithms feed us instant gratification. Students nowadays become easily frustrated and impatient when things take time in real life, like waiting in lines or dealing with difficulties.
Exactly. Interestingly, the report also mentioned a positive behavior where social media amplifies social activism and awareness. It shapes students to become more socially responsible because they can easily raise funds for charity or spread awareness about climate change and local issues.
That's the good part, Najibah. But the news also warned about the negative side, which is the rise of echo chambers and political polarization. Students online only follow people who agree with them. This makes them less tolerant of different opinions in real life, leading to aggressive arguments during group discussion.
Wow, that's deep. What about the learning aspect? What did the news report say?
On the academic side, the news praised how social media promotes crowdsourced learning and peer tutoring. If we don't understand a lecture, we can just search straight on Twitter or look at study accounts where other students explain the syllabus in simpler terms.
Yes, and it also opens up networking opportunities with industry professionals. Students can use LinkedIn or professional forums on social media to connect with future employers, secure internships, and learn industry trends directly from experts.
That's super useful, but the news didn't sugarcoat the negatives of learning. It stated that social media is causing a severe reduction in long-form reading timeline. Because students are addicted to 15-second short videos, they now find it extremely painful and difficult to read standard academic textbooks or long research papers.
Oh, I am so guilty of that. Another major academic risk the report highlighted is academic dishonesty and plagiarism. Students are using social media groups to share assignment answers, exam links, or blindly copy pasting solutions from unverified online sources instead of doing the actual thinking.
True. And while social media provides great exposure to modern productivity tools and AI learning hacks that can speed up our revision process.
The news rightly pointed out that it also leads to information overload and mental fatigue. Students are bombarded with too many study tips, notes, and educational videos at once, which causes cognitive overload. their brains get overwhelmed and they end up remembering less of what they actually studied.
Wow, so that news report basically proves that social media is a massive double-edged sword for our generation. It gives us power, but it requires a lot of discipline.
Yes, the ultimate takeaway from the news is that the tool isn't the problem. It's our self-regulation. We just need to be smart about it.
Well said, everyone. I'm glad stumble you found that report. It's a good wake-up call for us. Anyway, let's continue our discussion in the class.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Good morning, Northern. Today, our group has been assigned a highly relevant and critical topic, which is how can social media influence students' behavior and learning? In this digital era, platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and WhatsApp are no longer just tools for entertainment. They have become deeply integrated into our daily routines. This influence can be a double-edged sword. To start our discussion, let's look at the psychological and behavioral aspects first. Tasha, would you like to share your thoughts on the positive side?
Thank you, Najihah. Personally, I believe social media can positively shape student behavior by enhancing the spirit of cooperation. In the past, group projects required everyone to meet physically, which was often difficult due to logistical issues. Today, platforms like Discord, Telegram, or WhatsApp allow students to create discussion groups instantly. This round-the-clock connectivity encourages peers to cooperate, delegate tasks smoothly, and share resources like Google Docs links in real time. It fosters a collaborative behavior where students learn accountability and teamwork, making them more community-minded.
That is an excellent point, Tasha. Building on that, social media also plays a vital role in building student self-confidence. Traditional classroom environments can sometimes be intimidating for extrovert or shy students who fear public speaking. However, online space provide a safer, less pressure environment for them to express their thoughts by writing insightful posts, sharing creative digital artwork, or participating in educational forums. These students receive positive reinforcement through likes, comments, and constructive feedback. This virtual validation significantly boosts their self-esteem, which eventually translates into higher confidence in their real-life social interaction.
I agree that there are notable benefits, but we must also address the darker side of social media on behavior. From my perspective, heavy usage often triggers what psychologists call the FOMO syndrome, which is the fear of missing out. When students constantly scroll through their feeds, they are bombarded with the highlight reels of other people's lives, which is perfect vacation, expensive outfits, and idealized lifestyle. This creates an unhealthy psychological loop. Students begin to inadequate, anxious, and deeply dissatisfied with their own reality. This behavior manifests as compulsive phone checking, mood swings, and an unhealthy obsession with keeping up with superficial online trends.
You hit the nail on the head, Najihah. To add to that, the behavioral consequence of FOMO is directly linked to severely disrupted sleep patterns. Many students practice revenge bedtime procrastination, where they stay up until 2 or 3 a.m. mindlessly scrolling through TikTok or Instagram reels. The blue light emitted from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep. Consequently, students suffer from chronic sleep deprivation. The next day, This manifests as irritable, restless, and defensive behavior in class. They lack the emotional regulation to deal with daily academic stressors simply because their brains are exhausted.
Those are excellent points on health. But on a brighter note regarding behavior, social media also plays a huge role in fostering cultural empathy and inclusivity among students. Through platforms like Instagram or X, students are exposed to diverse cultures, backgrounds, and global social issues that they might not encounter in their local community. This exposure shapes their behavior to become more open-minded, respectful, and empathetic towards others. They learn to celebrate diversity and become global citizens who stand up against discrimination, which is a very positive behavioral transformation.
That is a beautiful way to look at NURNAJIHAN. However, looking at the flip side of social media interaction, we cannot ignore the rising issue of cyberbullying and toxic online aggression. The anonymity of the anonymity provided by social media often removes students' sense of accountability. This leads to negative behaviors such as leaving hateful comments, spreading rumors, or excluding peers from online use. For the victims, this toxic behavior causes severe emotional trauma, social withdrawal, and anxiety, creating a hostile environment that severely damage their university experience.
Moving back to the academic aspect, a major positive influence of social media is the development of essential digital literacy and modern tech skills. By using various platforms, students naturally learn how to navigate digital tools, curate content, use hashtags effectively for research, and even use AI-driven features. In today's job market, knowing how to communicate professionally online and manage digital media is a highly sought after skill. Therefore, social media indirectly prepares students for their student careers by making them tech-savvy learners. However, a significant academic drawback is the degradation of formal writing and communication skills because students are so used to using short-form text, slang, abbreviation, and emojis on platforms like WhatsApp or TikTok. This casual behavior unconsciously bleeds into their academic work. Lecturers often complain about finding text speak or broken grammar in formal essays and reports. Furthermore, over-reliance on screen-to-screen communication weakens their ability to articulate thought clearly during face-to-face academic presentations.
This is a very worrying reality. Now that we have established how it affects behavior, let's pivot to our second core area, learning. Social media has fundamentally changed how knowledge is consumed. Aisha, how do you see this impacting our academic lives?
Thank you, Najibah. On the academic front, social media acts as an absolute catalyst for collaborative learning. It breaks down the physical walls on a traditional classroom. For instance, students can join global study communities on a platform like Reddit, Facebook, or Pinterest to exchange study notes, discuss complex partial exam questions, and also brainstorm project ideas with peers from different universities. We can even tag experts or lecturers directly on platforms like Twitter or LinkedIn to ask academic questions. Distance learning is an interactive, ongoing journey rather than a boring, isolated talk.
I completely echo that sentiment. Furthermore, social media has led to the democratization of and widespread access to education. Today, high-quality educational content is readily available at our fingertips, completely free of charge. Educational creators on YouTube and TikTok break down complex topics such as advanced calculus, organic chemistry, or language grammar into short, visually engaging or 60-second animation or tutorials. For visual or auditory learners, this micro-learning format is far more digestible than reading a dry 500-page textbook. It allows students to self-pace their learning and fill in knowledge gaps outside of class hours.
The wealth of information fantastic. The reality is that social media also poses a massive threat to learning through distraction and the total loss of focus. The algorithms of modern social media apps are intentionally designed to hook our attention. When a student attempts to study or write an essay, a single notification ping from Snapchat or TikTok completely shatters their deep focus. Research shows it takes over 20 minutes to regain full focus after a distraction. This leads to a habit of continuous partial attention, where students are physically present but mentally absent, resulting in superficial learning, heavy procrastination, and a sharp drop in GPA.
That is a critical concern, Tasha. Another major academic risk we must address is the proliferation of fake news and unverified misinformation. Because anyone can publish content online, social media is flooded with pseudoscientific claims, inaccurate historical data, and also poorly researched opinions. Many students, in a rush to complete their assignment, fail to track on using these unverified TikTok videos, viral posts as reliable sources without cross-referencing them with peer-reviewed journals. This not only degrades the quality of their academic, but also compromise their critical thinking skill as the absorb the information as absolute truth.
This has been a truly eye-opening discussion. To wrap everything up, it is crystal clear that social media is a powerful double-edged sword. On one hand, it bridges communication gaps, builds communities, and opens doors to boundless educational resources. On the other hand, it threatens mental health, compromises focus, and spreads misinformation.
I agree, Najiha. The takeaway here is that social media itself is neutral. The outcome depends entirely on user agency. As tertiary students, we must practice high digital literacy and strict self-regulation. We need to actively harness tools like collaborative groups and educational videos while deliberately setting boundaries such as using website lockers or turning off notifications during study hours to safeguard our time.
Well summarized, everyone. In conclusion, the key to navigating social media in education is moderating and mindful consumption. When managed wisely, it can be an extraordinary asset that enhances both our personal behavior and our learning outcomes. I believe we have comprehensively addressed all parts of our topics within the allocated time. Thank you, Tasha and Najiha, for your profound insight. That concludes our group discussion. Thank you. Thank you.
What you guys do?
Playing games?
Did you finish your homework?
Not yet.
Do it now.
Later. Asha, look at this. Wow.
They will regret it later.
Thank you for watching us.